Yo, what's good, Calvary? So today's video, again, don't mind the mess behind me. We just getting shit straightened out. Mind your business. Anyways, so today's video is gonna be about emotions as a man. You know what I'm saying? Ew, what are those? I'm not gonna make fun of them. It's either you want to feel them or you don't. I'm not gonna tell you what's right, and I'm not gonna tell you what's wrong. But all I'm gonna tell you is the way you perceive emotions is the way you perceive emotions depends on fight or flight. The way you perceive emotions is self-preservation. The first rule of Mother Nature is self-preservation. When you hold all of your emotions back and you're just a stone cold motherfucker, that's you feeling like you have to be that way because that's how you learn to survive it. To you, you've been emotional before. Been an emotional man. You've been an emotional person. So now when you were an emotional person, you got hurt left and right. So now your self preservation, your survival instinct is to cut all that shit off, be stone cold motherfucker. And I understand that. I really understand that. But shit, man, if we wasn't meant to have emotions, we wouldn't have been born with it. And if we didn't have the capability to express emotions, we wouldn't have the capability to express emotions. Like we have them for a reason. I understand. You a dude and you don't feel like crying, or you feel like it's a bitch made move to cry. Go in your room, lock the door, turn on some music, cry. When you cry, you release stress hormones. You feel better. You notice after you get done crying, you know you feel 1,000 times better. Stop pretending like you don't know that, bro. I understand how you feel sometimes. I can't cry anymore. That's how some people feel. Some people feel like they can't cry anymore. They try. No, if you really try to cry, you can cry. You can if you because the tears. If you've been holding your emotions back for so long, the tears are either gonna come in 30 seconds or 30 minutes. You know what I mean? It's no in between. You're going to cry fast or you're going to cry slow. You feel what I'm saying? I've been at a point where I feel like I couldn't cry. I'd sit down and I would try and I couldn't, but I always felt tears coming down. But as soon as tears came down, I wiped my face and I got up. I got up. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't allow myself to feel any sort of tears. Well, once you start ugly crying, you start sobbing. You, you like it's get to the point where you talking. Hey, man, I know she loved me. So when you get to that point, you crying, you expressing every last emotion, bro. Every last emotion, and it's good to feel that. Now, don't get so emotional or feel sadness so much or feel anger so much that you go out and you do something stupid. But just lock yourself in your room. Make sure you got a safe environment. Make sure you ain't got no gun in your hand, no knife in your hand. And shit. Make sure nobody around you and then cry like that. Just cry. Let that shit out. Let that shit out in your own presence, in your own room, in your own safe space. And cry. Ain't nothing wrong with crying. You ain't no bitch. Trust me, you ain't no bitch. Now, don't cry over every last thing. That's something we don't do, but we do cry. Don't cry over every last thing, but cry. Crying is very healthy. If you weren't supposed to be crying in the first place, you wouldn't have tear ducts, asshole. So cry. Boom. It's not that hard. Just let it out. Let it go. Be a crybaby for 20, 30 minutes and get back on your shit. That's literally all you gotta do. I never said that you had to sit there and cry for 10 hours straight. Cry for 30 seconds. Whatever makes you feel better, man. Because once you start letting that shit eat at you, once you start holding it back, that shit is gonna devour you whole until you become a different person. How do I know? I've been through. Cry. Anyways, Calvary, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, or subscribe, tell somebody that you appreciate them. And without further ado, this video is over. Ooh.